So Messi decided to let people know, innit? Who is your GOAT now? Yeah, this goes for the CR7 fans and all your contingent. Messi decided to go and slap a World Cup because he felt like it. Ronaldo will never do it. I think it puts it to bed, to be quite honest with you. Messi the true GOAT. Not Ronaldo. Now CR7 is going to be living in Saudi Arabia playing football for the next 7 years of his career. He'll earn all the P in the world, but he ain't going to be a world champion like Messi is. Yeah, so many different agendas I can go through, but I ain't got time for it at the moment because Premier League is back. Want to start off by saying Merry Christmas to everybody. If it was your birthday yesterday, like it was mine, happy birthday. I'll probably be doing a video as well before the new year because I think we're all playing on New Year's Day, I believe it is as well. But we'll get into it. There is Premier League football today. We'll start off at the G-Tech, obviously, because Brentford are playing Spurs. And Brentford only had 2 players that went to the World Cup. One of them didn't even play, which was David Raya for Spain. And we had Brian Mbeumo, who didn't get out of the group stages with Cameroon. A little bit fearful on this one today, because I know we've got a few absentees today. So I think Bentancur is out. He's injured anyway, but he would have been suspended for this game. Richarlison is out for about 6 weeks as well now. Romero's not back from Buenos Aires as yet. I think he's still celebrating that World Cup win. Lloris, I think I saw he's going to be benched today, resting as well. I think Heung-min Son, Harry Kane starts. Eric Dyer will probably start today as well. I hope to God Emerson Morale doesn't start today, but you know he somehow will. I think Perisic may be rested today as well. It's going to be a mismatch physically, I feel, today. I think Brentford are going to be at it. We've obviously got a better squad, better first 11. But I think Brentford will be up for this one today. Ivan Toney, obviously, you know, with 232, I think, cases against him for betting. Could be a lively one. I couldn't even predict this one, to be quite honest. It could be a Brentford win quite easily. We could easily go there and turn them over as well. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. I'm going to play safe on this one. 1-1. We drew there last season as well, and that was 0-0. It's always tough to go there. So I'm going to go 1-1 draw. St Mary's next, Southampton versus Brighton. Again, I see another draw here. Southampton aren't in the best of form, or weren't in the best of form before the Christmas break, and Brighton were kind of just sort of dwindling out. And I don't see anything that's really going to separate these two as well. I think Southampton had a really decent win in the Carabao Cup last week as well. It's a tough one. This is a difficult one to gauge. Again, I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw. Sitting on the fence a lot on this one. I just can't tell them two apart, especially with regards to the restart as well. You can't really go on form before the World Cup either. I'm going to go 1-1 draw. Interesting one, Walker Stadium, Leicester City versus Newcastle. So I've got this one to be a draw as well, funnily enough. This one's going to be 1-1, I think, for me again. Or 2-2. Newcastle obviously flying before the break. Leicester were picking up form as well. Leicester at home are always, you know, very entertaining. I wouldn't say a tough nut to crack, but they're always entertaining and do always seem to score at home. But Newcastle have also been scoring for fun. They'll probably have a full strength team as well. I think Alex Maximan and Alexander Isak will be back in the squad as well today. Bruno Guimaraes, I think, would be ready as well because Brazil obviously had a little bit of a falter at the World Cup. Kieran Trippier is obviously back in the squad. I think Newcastle also had a good win in the Carabao Cup as well. Most of those players actually played. I'm going to go with a 1-1 2-2 kind of game for this one. Yeah, and I think James Maddison is going to be on the score sheet as well. So that's my prediction for that one. Crystal Palace versus Fulham, Selhurst Park. Another tough one. And I was inclined to go for a draw for this one as well, but I do think Palace will actually edge it. Fulham, really, really good form before the break. Palace, in and out of form, is a little bit jumbled. But I think on this return, home crowd will be up for it. Obviously, Mitrovic will be back for Fulham as well, but I just think Zaha will be the difference. Zaha, Eze, depends if Elise plays as well. I think Crystal Palace probably will have too much for Fulham today, and I'm going to go with a 2-1 Crystal Palace win there at Selhurst Park. Goodison Park next, Everton versus Wolverhampton Wanderers. I don't see Wolves winning this one today. Don't get me wrong, it's not to say that Everton are any better. I just think that Goodison Park is one of those places that you don't necessarily want to go to after you've been on, a break for the best part of about a month. I could probably say the same thing for the G-Tech Stadium where we're going to be today. And obviously, Brentford and Spurs, I did 12:30 kickoff. I just feel like Everton have enough about them. Had a good rest, have got really important players sort of up and running, and I do think there'll be enough to beat Wolverhampton today. I think Wolverhampton still got to figure out their best 11. I know they signed a loanee as well. I can't remember his name, Brazilian, until the end of the season with the option to buy. I'm not sure he's going to start today. But Wolves, for me, same problem. I think, goal scoring is going to be massive for them, and I don't think they've got the sort of tools to do it. Jimenez is obviously fit, went to the World Cup, played for Mexico. It's a tough one for them, I think, and I think Everton do take this one 2-0. This is my shock of the day. I think it's going to happen at Villa Park. Not necessarily a shock, but it's going to be the result of the day for me. Aston Villa versus Liverpool. I think Villa are going to win this. I think Villa are going to actually turn them over. I think it's going to be a 2-1 win to Villa. I say that because Unai Emery has got Villa in a decent run of form. I know I said before, form you can't really go on before the World Cup. I just think Unai Emery is one of those managers that pays so much attention to detail. Liverpool obviously started again with a loss in the Carabao Cup to Man City. And I see them conceding some more at Villa Park especially. The whole place is going to be rocking. It is an evening game, 5:30 as well. I think the occasion will overawe Liverpool a little bit, and I do see Aston Villa running out winners 2-1. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. I'm not sure if Virgil van Dijk will be fit either. Obviously, I know he was rested a little bit more for the Carabao Cup game, but whether he'll be sort of ready today to step in remains to be seen. But even if he does play, I still see Villa winning this 2-1 anyway. Arsenal versus West Ham. Unfortunately, I see Arsenal winning this one today, but it will be tight. I'll probably go with a 1-0 win today. That's at 8 o'clock this evening as well. That's from the Emirates as well. Again, West Ham, one of those teams, didn't necessarily have that many players at the World Cup. Obviously, Antonio didn't go, Scamacca didn't go. The Czech Republic obviously didn't make it, so Soufal and Souček didn't go. Cresswell didn't go with England. Most of that back four didn't go. Bonner, none of them went. So West Ham pretty much have a full French squad to pick from. That's kind of my hope, that West Ham obviously do win today. Not necessarily saying that I like West Ham. I just hate Arsenal more, I think. So I'm hoping West Ham pull out the result. I'm hoping for at least a draw or something. But Arsenal probably will take it, even though they are going to be without Gabriel Jesus. I think they'll probably take it 1-0. Tomorrow we go to Stamford Bridge, Chelsea versus Bournemouth. So this one is not necessarily a formality for Chelsea. I do see them, I think they're going to win. I do think they're going to win. But Bournemouth have gone to Chelsea and beat them previously in the Premier League. I think they went there and beat them 3-0. And that might have been in their first season in the Premier League as well. I can't remember. But there was a game where Bournemouth went to Stamford Bridge, beat Chelsea 3-0, literally bullied them all over the park. Chelsea are winless in 6. So that's the only thing that would concern most Chelsea fans at this moment in time. And I'm not entirely sure that Bournemouth are the team to beat them now. Don't get me wrong, they absolutely could. They were in a decent amount of form before the sort of break. I think Chelsea needed that World Cup break as well to kind of just, get their head back in the game. And I think they'll do a job on Bournemouth. I'll go 2-0 to Chelsea. Tomorrow at Stamford Bridge. Again, tomorrow, Man United versus Nottingham Forest. This is from Old Trafford. I think this is a formality for Man United. United came back very, very decent win in the Carabao Cup as well. Forest also had a decent win in the Carabao Cup also. They're through to the quarterfinals. But I see Man United. I think Man United will win this. I'm going to go with a 3-1 win at Old Trafford. And there I'm going to go with a Marcus Rashford goal. I think he's going to be on fire the second half of the season. And finally, last game, which is on the Wednesday, which is the 28th, we go to Ellen Road. That is Leeds United versus Manchester City. Formality for Manchester City because they need to catch Arsenal. Leeds do play some good stuff as well, though. So it will be a little bit of a test, but I think Man City will overcome, and I'm going to go with a Manchester City 3-0 win. So those are my predictions for this round of Premier League matches. We are in game week 17, I believe it is. Yeah, game week 16, sorry, yeah. Game week 16 we're in. No, it is 17. Yeah, game week 17. So I'll probably be doing another video just before the new year because, like I said, New Year's Day is when the next set of fixtures come after this. And then also we're in the transfer window as well. I do know that we're going to be in the market. I'm not sure how many we're going to sign, but we desperately need a centre-back. We desperately need number 10 as well. I'm speaking on Spurs' point of view. Anyone else believe their club is going to sign anybody in January? Let me know. I want to have a debate. I want to have a discussion about this as well. So yeah, let's talk. Until then, keep on enjoying your Christmas dinners and your seconds and your thirds and whatnot, mince pies and cream and whatever else you're eating. Enjoy this festive period, and I'll see you guys in a few days' time. Take care.